You look like Ben-Hur when you're driving in that class. That's one of my favorite ones.
This is one of those classes that when they enter the arena, it's like one of the Hitchcock films, Vertigo, where you want to use every inch you can to get that field plowed and get as much yield from your product as you can. So hooking between 3 or 4 abreast. Work the field with your horses. You turn around at the end of the field in a much shorter distance to turn them when they're all hooked abreast than 2 by 2.
I live in Amish country and I see a lot of groundwork with these 4 abreast. And if they need some more horsepower, most of the time they put another couple of 4 depending on the size of the equipment. It's always interesting to me to see how each of these drivers runs lines to these. Trying to look at Mark Matson, and it seemed to me like he would do 2 outside ones and then had the centers call it bucked in. Jockey stick, if they use a stick, that way the jockey stick will push them away as well as the reverse. Watch for Tommy down there. He'll get you reversed. I really think he was driving using one set of what they call driving line. Piece of tubing, piece of PVC, whatever they build them out of. And they run that from a hang ring on, and you just run lines to them, drive those, and then the outside portions, they have just a short end to the bit on the inside of that outside horse. These all look like it. Walk your horses, please. One of the best ways to all four of them, or three, as even as they could be. So if you took a string and put it on the outside of the outside, pull it tight if you could, everybody would be right in line. For one thing, if you're in the field and you got a horse backing out of those tugs, traces, eveners, whichever you decide to. Trying to keep back up. Come in and line up, please. Come on in and line up. And I think we're going to begin with the three abreast here. Mike Speedy first in, followed by I truly appreciate that here at the Classic, we choose to mix in, this would be, you talked a bit earlier, Bonnie, about farm teams and ditch teams. This is a farm team, pure and simple, and we need them. We need them because, you know, there's not, unless you're Amish, back in Amish country, there's not a lot of people farming with horses. I think there's more than a few still logging with them. But you can, what I call, pretend farm, or you can hook onto this kind of equipment, which isn't very expensive, go on parades, all kinds of things you can do to have fun with horses that aren't going to cost you $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $100,000. There you go, there's a little.
My own preference is for the farm type horse, and that I like something steady, 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 and they put up with me, which is not easy to do. Paul talked about farming with the horses. You know, a few years back, some of the major manufacturers like John Deere, they like horses, and so they combine the two. If you look at these wagons, you'll notice that those wheels can only go so far before they'll hit the wagon itself. When they hit that, it's a rub area, and you don't have to replace all the boards. The hitch type horses have fifth wheel wagons, and those front wheels, you just slow down. You can see these horses are just kind of steady and mellow, working side by side. They're just a constant source of amazement to me. You know, if an Arabian wears a size 1 shoe, these horses wear a size 9 or 10. They're big horses, but it's a regular horseshoe shape.
If you want to see a horse farming spectacle, there is a between Pennsylvania, Indiana, I believe Ohio, and for sure Illinois, because I know next year it will be held in Arthur, Illinois, which is where I live. And there will be tens of thousands of people there and hundreds of pieces of equipment that are farm drawn but built for modern times, modern built, and Pioneer, which we talked earlier today about the Pioneer 4-part, makes all kinds of equipment now, and they'll be there. It will be a day to remember. They space their planting so that they have many horse progress days, and I'm going to be there. Of course, I only live 3 miles from the event, but the rest of you can come a ways and show up.
And if you ever find yourself in the Des Moines, Iowa area, out near Drake University, there's a wonderful museum.
Her place is Iron Horse Ranch, Michelle Russell. In second place, entry number 133, Stevie Ranch, Mike Stevie. All right, that'll bring us to the winner of the class. Now you talk about straight across. Every step of the way, they were there. Top Hand Ranch, Rick Newbarn. Rick can tell a story with that hat.